Anyway, are you hoping for a season 2
we've
of
always been
Three-Body
at war with
Problem?
Eurasia. It's always been there.
Hoping, Alfie, shush. What was that, Kieron?
Season 2 of Three-Body Problem?
Was kind of
That was really cool.
Dude,
I've gone
their whole
into-
thing was about, ooh, space, and then they got the space bits wrong.
Quite.
Yeah, I guess that's the perks of not doing a physics degree, which you should understand.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, you need a physics degree to understand that if you look, if you're trying to get something from A to B, and to do that, your plan involves putting something right next to B, then you could probably just get that thing to B to begin with.
I assume the bombs didn't go all the way to there. It was just enough so that it would get up to speed.
They said equidistant along the path.
Equidistant, so grown up.
Did they really say that? I assumed it would be logarithmic.
Like, every scene with the spaceship in it made literally no sense. It was all wrong.
Wasn't there like one scene with the spaceship?
And I mean, yes, that was it was the culmination of everything in the series, and it was fucking wrong.
What was wrong with it?
Everything. I mean, for one, the design of the spaceship.
Well, I definitely know I'm not going to watch it now. I mean, I don't think I was going to anyway, but...
What it looked like, right, was a cylinder under sort of like an old-style parachute, so sort of half-sphere parachute. Alfie, I'm explaining this to you.
Okay. Well, we'll have to watch it, and I'll just stream it, and you can just explain to me what's wrong with everything.
That was such a slow series for literally no reward.
You'd say when to skip ahead, and we'll watch it.
Skip ahead the whole series.
You'll just have to explain it to me one day.
We've got another 5 hours.
We'll do it now! We'll do it
I'm
live!
explaining the bit that I have a problem with, okay? The main bit. And
no, I don't know any of it. I don't know what it's about.
Series.
I don't understand it.
No. Alfie, shush.
It's not about...
You don't have to. You don't have to. This isn't linked into the plot. I mean, it kind of is, because it's sort of like their whole main thing, is that they're going to go send a probe to a place, okay? Then that place is far away, if you don't want spoilers.
Okay. Thomas, I don't think I'm going to watch it, but
No.
I don't care.
Well, good.
It's more for everyone else. If no one wants to be spoiled for the three-body problem, look away now.
The probe is a cylinder, right?
Alright.
And you know the old-style World War II sort of half-sphere parachutes?
Yeah.
And the cylinder is sort of has one of those attached to the front of it, where it's got a big hole, like a hole in the top of the parachute.
Yeah, like Count Dooku's Solar Sailor, but circular.
Yes.
That's something I understand.
So what they're doing is this pod's in the middle behind this big parachute thing with a hole in it.
Okay, yes,
right?
yes.
And so their plan is to fly a spaceship so precisely, which is impossible, but I'm willing to let that go. And they've put nuclear bombs along this spaceship's path. And they explode the bombs once the parachute's gone past. And it's supposed to sort of pull it along. That's their plan.
I don't see a problem with that.
I'm struggling to visualize.
What in the ever-loving is protecting that shitty little capsule from a nuke?
Yeah, when they're just when does the blast just tear it apart?
I mean, for one, the blast should atomize the parachute.
Yeah. Because my brain first went fire, but no, it wouldn't sound fire because there's no oxygen. But
your first thought when someone says nuke is fire.
Yeah, that I don't know why that was the first thing I thought of. But yeah, but surely it would surely it would just tear it
sets
apart.
Off a nuke and it's that fire from the IT crowd.
Fine.
Just put it as a screensaver.
Yeah, it would just tear apart everything.
No, look, I'm willing to
someone's called a friend in.
I'm willing to sort of accept the nuclear explosions as propulsion, because it was actually a thing that was tried and tested on Earth, but it wasn't with a dumbass parachute thing. You basically had a big shock absorber, you ejected a mini nuke out the back, and you rode the explosion forwards. The whole thing of the shock absorber is a really, really big shock absorber with a really, really big slab of ablative shielding beneath it, to absorb the blast from the mini nuke.
Why did it just have a conventional propulsion system?
And it protects, because it's got to go really far, and this is a really efficient method of travel, but not with a parachute. I mean, for one, if you have a big jolt of force on something, and it's attached to the other thing, not via poles, via cables...
Oh, cables. Oh, that's all right.
Those cables would no longer be taut. They'd be stretched somewhat by the microsingularity, And
Well, we're using big words for 9 o'clock in the evening. Micro
I know.
singularity.
Wait, I shouldn't have used micro singularity. I meant mini nuke, but
I'm keeping this. This will be its own little video.
There's no shielding for the pod at all. It's just a pod.
So my assumption was that it was moving fast enough that it would sort of already be out of range from
So
anything
are we in?
harmful.
So about 5 hours in, I'm going to leave the whole bit of Adam just talking about the theory body
Motion-
problem. It's going to be its own little video.
Kieron, motion is relative. It's not a game where you can just explode a thing, but you're moving so fast that the explosion doesn't affect you.
This is
I
the most
get that, but
educational
relative
Idiots
to the-
Incorporated video we're ever going to have ever.
Relative to the nuke.
Relative to the nuke. Well, I mean...
Like, before it exploded.
But they're riding off the shockwave. That means the shockwave is between
Yeah, but-
the capsule and the parachute thing.
Right, so...
Where
But there
all
are some
the
parts of that
cables are.
shockwave that are harmful, more harmful than others, right?
No!
Oh, I see
There's a
them.
reason for it, because there's like...
They can see me! Oh, they hit. I'm dead. I'm down. Well, I can
There's
get
a
into
remotely
cover.
similar thing that was tested on Earth ages ago.
I'm in cover now. I'm not.
I'm dead.
Oh, no.
What was that about reaching top 10 kills?
Both dead?
Yeah, they're over there.
I'm gonna die right here.
No!
The cables, there's no form of shock absorber, so you're just expecting a nuclear blast to propel you just right off the bat, with like no ill effects from suddenly being ripped forwards by a nuclear blast.
Right. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's like, they have the super powerful, like, non-realistic nanowires as well, so I think it's fair to suspend your disbelief that they have strong wires.
I'm willing to accept that they have strong wires, sort of. Like, it's not just the wire, it's mounted to regular component. Imagine a nuke didn't go off. What would happen? It would go through the small hole in the parachute and hit straight into
Oh, I see what you're
sure.
saying.
Is there anything? Was something in the pod just sort of getting pushed sort of faster than I guess? Oh, I guess there's nothing. Was something all just sort of crashing into itself, like just going into the parachute?
Nothing. There is literally no reason for it not to do that.
And there's no like thing. Has it got like control surfaces? Is there a way to keep it sort of straight?
Nope.
So it could just get freaking punched into itself and yeeted.
Yep.
Oh, it's got the guy from. Oh, it's got that guy from the Moon, that crappy Moon movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I definitely don't want to watch it now.
Moonfall?
Yeah.
Moonfall.
Yeah, it's got the bloke from Moonfall.
Go look at my stream. I'm now streaming the image. Nuke.
Hold on. Let's see if I've done this right.
Boom! But this
Yeah.
means boom, go boom in every direction.
Alright, there we go.
this
Alright,
bit
we're watching
over
it now on
here
my
is
stream
not
as
having
well.
a good
I've
time.
changed it on my stream. It's now watching it on my stream.
So, you go in.
But if it looks a bit
boom.
naff, this is I'm streaming Adam's
The-
4K
the-
monitor, so it looks a bit naff.
The point is that this bit gets pushed forwards, right? They don't really think about this bit over here, but this bit over here is next to a nuclear explosion.
I do realize there is a
So
bit of
this
latency
bit
here
over
because what
here
you're saying
goes
might not line up with
boom.
what you're pointing at.
So the boom.
And could you be a bit more descriptive because you're saying the boom
This-
and the mouse cursor isn't lining up with what I'm seeing.
Oh, I'm drawing it. The boom
Okay.
kill this thing. This thing should go boom too.
So you're saying the explosion goes between the parachute and the pod? Is that what?
But an explosion, as explosions do, go in all directions.
Yeah. What's it? Why is it not just being torn apart?
These cables are somehow also withstanding a nuclear explosion.
They actually say like in the thing it's a nuclear explosion. Is that what they actually say in the
Yeah.
rating?
Yeah, they're nukes. They're not firing the nukes from anywhere. They've launched the nukes into the same orbit, which is not how orbits work. And they're sort of they go through each nuke at a time, and they detonate all the nukes as they pass through. And the thing is, if you can get a nuke there, you can get a pod there.
Because I think I saw that clip on YouTube.
Bullshit.
There's like a temple, this massive open space.
Yeah, no. Where they show some cool looking stuff. You know all that cool looking stuff? That was them in VR.
Oh,
yeah,
it's all
the
VR.
big
I thought they were going to like alter like dimensions or something.
Oh, and that VR simulation.
It was a little
With
ridiculous.
the gravity doesn't. Oh.
This was
No.
it was very poorly coded.
No, It was wrong. Gravity does not work like that.
Yeah, it was an exaggeration, obviously.
This
No,
is so gonna be its
they
own
had
video.
people
I'm not gonna turn the
who
whole
were
thing into a video, but this is gonna be
They
a
had,
video.
they had people who were higher up moving slower than people who were lower down, which doesn't make any sense because you're following the gravity gradient of the other planet. So the closer you are to it, the faster you should be accelerating.
But on,
No.
on the sort of list of, it's a very small list because probably the only thing that is up there is Endgame of poor science in like films and where
that
does
time
this
travel was
sit
ridiculous.
compared to like the Mobius strip thing? Where does this sit?
Well,
Like,
it's the fact that it all revolves around it.
yeah, and
like,
what
the
else?
entire-
what other things can we think of?
The
like
entire series culminates in this probe being launched. Entire series, everything builds up to it, and then they launch the probe, and it's just this dumbest possible idea. Like, it should not work. Physics says no.
Physics say
And-
no, but random
What
book
was the
writers
plan
say
again?
yes.
They launched some kid's head in the rocket or
What?
something.
Yeah.
It's
It's like
dumb.
Last Judge. It's like Futurama.
Yeah, I would read it if I read.
If you
Yeah,
read.
but it's kind of like a dead medium.
Well, I know-
Yeah.
Kieron, I think I have an idea you do some sort of reading because you have a shirt that has an Asimov quote on it. So I imagine you do some sort of reading.
Yeah, he read
Well-
the shirt.
You read the shit.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't read any Asimov stuff. People just think I'm that kind of person.
No. No.
Stop scribbling, you just scribbling it out. Have you seen the trailer for Skeleton Crew? Like it opens like they're in like just a regular school. Like it looks really sort of
Oh
non-Star
no, is that
Warsy.
the one about the kids?
Yeah, it's got the kids and Jude Law.
Oh, I hate kids.
What lecture is this about now, sir? So what's this lecture
Star Trek
about,
Discovery,
sir?
I guess.
Star Trek Discovery.
Oh,
and it's
okay,
got a
Star Trek
fucking
Discovery.
kids.
Okay, here we go.
It's-
Star Trek
it's
Discovery,
a-
everyone. This is
some fucking
Adam's
reason.
like bread and frickin' butter right now.
We've generated. We're in a sci-fi thing, and
Let's have a mushroom.
we've discovered faster than light travel.
That is a
What-
fantastic
what
drawing of the
if we
Discovery
were
there,
on-
Adam. Well done. Great drawing.
But what? Shut up in my lecture. But
Sorry,
what
sir.
if? What if
Just the lecture, huh?
instead of the warp drive, we just did shrooms? Now, if we find these weird mushrooms on an alien planet and they do spores and and when we plug some into it, like they get high and then the whole ship goes and then falls and disappear.
The writers may have been on mushrooms when they did that.
Told the animators that's like I could probably somewhat allow the shroom drive, okay, if it didn't do a fucking barrel roll and then plummet when they used. And also, it wasn't very Star Trek. It was all like, oh, war and stuff.
It's, yeah, a very, like, casual, broad audience show.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
the
it was all
casual
just-
Star Trek
It was
enjoyer.
essentially Star Wars. It was the Star Wars of Star Trek, and I fucking hated it.
Trouble keeping the civilians in line.